What's up, guys? I'm Jalen.
And I'm Josh.
And I'm Matt.
Today, we're going to take a friendship test. Josh, who's my favorite Chicago artist?
Is it Chance?
I don't think, it's not Chance.
Chicago. Definitely not G Herbo, I'll tell you that.
As soon as I say it, you'll be like, oh, okay.
Who's it?
Chief Keef.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. Ain't no way.
Senior year, that's what we ran out to.
I ain't never hear you rap a Chief Keef song ever.
Next one, do an impression of me. I'm actually afraid of this response.
Keeping it PG? I don't know.
Actually, no. Actually, no. Take
Guys,
it back.
Coach is right. If we want to win, it's on us. That's probably your impression.
We just did the World Cup Team USA together. What was my jersey number?
11.
Oh, okay.
I was 12.
Okay. All right.
Can you do an impression of me?
I mean, that's hard.
That's what she said.
That's how we're doing? That's where we're starting right away?
Sure.
Yeah, I can do an impression of you. So obviously you always mispronounce names. So luckily you were mic'd up the other day, so we could probably all do an impression of you. But on your left, Akachua, Adebanobi. On your right. It's the best I could do.
Yeah. That's valid. You got the Akachua.
The last thing you Googled. No, shut up. The last thing you Googled. And before you answer this, just know that I had those things on and saw what was last on those goggles.
So honestly, the last thing that I actually Googled, I didn't know who Lisa Ann was. So, because she got arrested out the Matt Rife show at Music City Hall. So I'm like, oh, who's Lisa Ann? And she follows me on Twitter. So I'm like, oh, wow, she has 2 million followers. Who's this person? Must be somebody. And I Googled it and I was like, oh, Lisa Ann. That was the last thing.
You know.
I'm like, yo, we should have her on the pod. So I'm like, yeah, who? And then I found out I don't know if our wives would be too happy if we had her on the pod.
You're just being yourself, I guess.
If I had to have anyone play me in a movie, who would it be?
So I can't take credit for this one. I do have to give Jalen credit where it's due, but Jalen had an amazing call, and he said Affion Crockett. Or otherwise, maybe Quincy. I forget Quincy's last name, but that actor. Brown, maybe? Quincy Brown? You're not going to like when you see Affion Crockett.
All right. Fuck y'all. My go-to artist on the Ox.
The obvious answer that I want to say is J. Cole, but I would say if we were to look at your whole life historically, who have you played on the Ox most? Obviously it would be J. Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree?
Yeah.
At this moment, Rod Wave.
Yep, Ron Darius. That's bangers. He has no flaws in his game, my brother.
You know my pops well. He played in the NBA. Which teams did he play on?
Teams did he not play on?
I'll give you a hint.
He played in Portland.
No, okay.
New York.
Okay.
New York, kind of.
Portland,
Played
New York.
in Chicago.
3. There's 8 that I know of. Do not Google.
Minnesota.
No.
Milwaukee. Seattle.
He didn't play for Milwaukee.
That's a green. I figured that was Milwaukee.
Seattle.
Philly.
Technically didn't play for Philly. Technically.
Boston.
He got cut before the season started, and then he retired, and then that was actually one of the saddest days of my life. So
really?
You're bringing back some traumatic memories.
So Portland, New York, Boston, Chicago,
New York, Boston, Chicago,
the Clippers, Toronto, Seattle, Houston. Does it?
Is that one more?
No, it was only 9 years. So tough. What does the DMV stand for? That's so easy.
DC, Maryland, Virginia. But what's the only one that really matters?
DC in Maryland. Like that. It's like that area. It's really just an area.
M is the only one that matters.
Yeah, but I'm saying like for me, the DMV is like Bethesda to like Georgetown.
That's the whole DMV for you?
Yeah, I don't really care about anything else.
You're gonna upset a lot of people with that.
Definitely not Virginia. Virginia's like, that's the outskirts. You don't go there.
If we switched hairstyles, would it be an improvement or a downgrade? I would say downgrade.
Me, definitely downgrade.
That'd be a downgrade for me.
For you? How swaggy my hair be? I Heart New York, the Knicks logo.
Yeah, but I can't. This is not me, bro.
Yeah, I guess.
It's just not me. Not me. I could maybe. I feel like it would be much more of a downgrade for you versus
Yeah.
like for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, I was in the Boy Scouts growing up. What is the highest rank? Multiple choice. A, star. B, eagle. C, life. D, arrow of light. Are you on my Twitter feed?
Yo, your Twitter is hilarious, bro. I'm sorry.
I'm scared. I'm scared to ask.
It's really not that bad. It was so I'm just gonna say it. RJ had a chance for a game winner last night.
Oh, the brick muse.
It was Brick Muse. I love you, RJ. I love you, RJ. All right, you can continue. You ask me.
You know, I was a Boy Scout growing up. What is the highest rank? Multiple choice. A, star. B, eagle. C, life. Or D, an arrow of light.
B, eagle.
You are correct, sir. Which of my twin sons is older? Ooh.
Hendrix.
Yes, by
Hendrix
2
is
minutes.
older.
The question that the team here has written is, we played high school together. What was my jersey number at Tidwell Friends? The way that I'm going to amend the question is, what was my jersey number and what was my game like?
The jersey number was 23. Great shooter, pretty solid ball handler. You were
Subpar defender.
You were a subpar defender, but you had a couple good defensive games.
When I wanted to.
Like you locked up Cam Williams. That
That's true.
when we played
I did.
Mount St. Joe's.
He was a 5-star recruit.
Yep, he was going to Ohio State. I'll say a choosy defender. A choosy
take it.
defender. Nah, you were a big shot taker and maker. I'll say
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Was I a good OG to you at Nova?
Hell no. Not right away. You grew into a great big brother role.
I didn't. I feel like
You literally
after the initial.
You literally told me that you hated me.
Yeah, I mean, after like the initial stint, I feel like, I helped you with the Villanova way.
You did not help with the Villanova way. You did not help with the Villanova way. You were a good OG, but you did not help with the Villanova way. Every single teammate we had can vouch for that. Coach Wright can vouch for that.
Well, okay. Last one. Give me one compliment.
Oof. You have worked really hard to get to where you are, and you take care of a lot of people, and you've done some amazing things for your family and for the community.
Perfect. You with me?